Hi, beautiful people. I wanted to come on here because there's something I've noticed from this week. I've noticed it within myself. I've noticed it with people in my community and clients and friends. And it's this feeling of, meeting a real sense of overwhelm, maybe confusion, fatigue, maybe some physical feelings like nausea or body aches. This feeling of, I don't know where I'm going, or who am I to do this, or how is this even possible? So a real sense of not knowing the way forward and overwhelm. What's really important is to understand the cycles and the seasons that we go through, even in a week. Even in a week when we can have a day where we are feeling that overwhelm and that fatigue and that exhaustion. And then we can have all the doubts that come up. And then you might find that later on in that week, there's this beautiful shift and there's a lightness. And there are so many things that impact us from a broader perspective in the energies of the world and, what the planets are doing and so forth. So naturally, we're going to have different influences that are affecting our energy because we are energetic beings. So we can be picking up on stuff that's happening on the other side of the world, or we can pick up stuff that's happening in the planets. And all of this, we know that it impacts us because we are not dense physical beings. We are vibratory beings. We are energetic beings. So I want to remind you that if you have been experiencing this, first of all, to know that you're not alone. There's many in the collective, there's many in the community that have been feeling like this or do feel like this from time to time, whether you've gone through this week or not. Often what happens when we are moving through something, when we are moving into a place of creation, when we are calling in new things for ourselves, when we are up leveling, when we are ascending, okay, when we are changing, literally changing our vibration because we are starting to access for ourselves new potentials and new timelines. There is an adjustment that needs to happen on an energetic level that is going to impact us all in different ways. And this is where we might start to feel the physical symptoms of this upgrade or of this ascension, or we will start to feel the resistance come up in the manner of doubts and fears and all sorts of stories being projected through our mind and through the lens of our mind. What's really important to realize as well, aside from the fact that you're not alone with this, is that a lot of the stories that come up are not real because our mind is always trying to keep us safe. And so if it knows that we are moving into this new threshold, moving through this new threshold, or we're up leveling in a way that we are showing up in the world or what we're calling in for ourselves, then we are going to meet the resistance because the mind is going to come in and tell us all the ways that we can't do that we're not enough, that who are you to do this, all of the stories, because that's its job. It is not here to pave the way forward for us. It is not here to guide us and lead the way. That is not the mind's job. The mind's job is here to keep us safe and alive. So it is going to want to pull us back into the familiar, and it's going to do that by trying to stop us in our tracks and feed us all of the doubt and the fears. So recognizing that you are not your mind, reminding yourself that you are not those thoughts, and that this is part of the process that you're moving through. It really helps to lighten the load and to know that this is a season, and whether that season lasts for a couple of hours, whether it lasts for a few days, whether it lasts for a month, that it is showing up for a reason, and that the invitation is to allow it, to surrender into it, to not buy into the thoughts, to not buy into the control of the mind that's trying to have its way with you, but to come back inside and to breathe. And if you need to, rest, surrender, Take good care of yourself and know that you're going to meet a new version of you on the other side of this, because you are literally going through an upgrade and an up leveling. And I hope that helps.